it's Tadim here, and I promised that I would make a tutorial for Gimp animations, so here it is. Please excuse my voice, it's really nasally because I'm super sick right now. Okay, so what I have here is it's just a random banner that I've been making. It's regular what you guys would be making all the time. And right here, you see that there's a lot of layers, which happens. But this is exactly what you don't want, because it's a lot harder to make a GIF or GIF, whatever you call it, when there's a lot of layers. So you'd have to merge everything down. So it's really important to make sure it's exactly like you would want it before you start adding animations in. You can do it without merging it down, but it's just a lot harder. So I recommend you do it this way. But since I want to keep my my layers, I'm going to save as before I do anything. And just give it a different name so you can keep the old one. This is super slow. This is actually the second time I made this tutorial. I tried like 5 minutes ago, but it just kept freezing, so I just got out of it and started over. But I think it might have been a bad idea because it's still just as bad. Okay, I only replaced it because I tried to make this video earlier, so I made the exact same file, and it's kind of useless. So now I'm going to merge all the visible layers right here. And merge, just ignore everything there and just keep the settings. Okay, so now you have one layer. I'm going to call this background, just because. And this is the actual animation part. What I did was that I just found a picture online, a GIF online. I just typed in butterfly transparent GIF, and there it was. You can draw your own frames, but I was just lazy, and I'm not artistically talented. So you're going to go to open as layers, and then you're going to find your GIF that you saved or you drew or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, here it is. As you can see, Gimp, it kind of, when you save a GIF, it'll save it by frame. So you can see here, this is like all the butterfly wings. It's not actually going to look like that when you put it together. Okay, so here it is. First thing you're going to do is lock down all the layers so you can move them together and manipulate them however you want. I'm just going to move it here, rotate it a little bit, scale it a little bit. I'm not actually trying right now because I'm not going to save this. Okay, it's going to go right there. And so if you want to see what it would look like, I'm just going to make these invisible. So that's one frame, and then next frame, and then it's gonna do this, but it's gonna do a lot faster than my hand can. And so what you have to do next is, since you have it one layer, it's all nice, you're gonna duplicate this layer for as many frames as you have. This specific GIF only has 4 frames, so I only have to duplicate it 4 times. And my computer is slow. Basically, the way you duplicate is this button right here. I'm going to duplicate it 4 times, but I'm going to do it while pausing this video because it's a lot slower when it's screen recording. Okay, I just realized it's a lot faster if I right-click, so I'm just going to right-click, duplicate layer right here, duplicate layer again. See, now we have 4. And then you're going to have to move these in between the other ones. Don't know why it's not working. There we go. There's one. And then you'd have to move this one up as well, and it's not moving. Can only do one at a time, I guess. Yeah, my computer's being dumb, so I have to click everywhere. It doesn't matter which background you put where. It's just because it's the same layer. It's the same thing duplicated anyway. As long as there's one background in between every transparent frame. The order of the frame does matter though, because it's just how the GIF was animated. Okay, there we go. Finally. So now I have one background in between each transparent frame. And what you do here is you're just gonna merge it down. You merge the transparency frame onto the background. Just do it for all of them. And there you have it. There's your GIF. It's actually pretty simple. And then to see what it looks like, you go to Filters, Animation, Playback. And you can adjust the speed right here. You can just play around with that. And you just press play. I can't press play because my computer is slow. What if I do this? Okay, there we go. And there's my butterfly! It's really randomly placed, and it's not something I would put in the shop, but that's how you make a GIF. Wait, I forgot one thing. So I'm just gonna X this out, because even if you get rid of it, this whole thing's still gonna be here. That's just a playback filter. You go to Filters, and you go to Animation again, and you optimize for GIF, because otherwise it would save all 4 background layers, which is just really big. So you would press Optimize for GIF, and it would do everything for you. You don't have to edit anything, and it will open it as a new layer. You just gotta save this with a name, whatever it is. I'm just gonna leave it as untitled because I'm lazy. And then this is actually a pretty important step. You go to File. After you've optimized, after you've finished everything, Export As, and then GIF. And then export. Why won't you export? Okay, this doesn't do anything. Okay, there we go. Right here, you can fix it. I normally just leave it as is. And this butterfly specifically, the original one said 100 milliseconds. So I'm going to leave it as 100 milliseconds by adjusting this. Because the GIF online, when Gimp opens a GIF or a GIF, they leave the number, like the delay, on there. So you don't have to make it up yourself. Unless you think it's too fast or too slow, then you can fix it. The more delay there is, the slower the picture would be. And then you would press Loop Forever as animations. Just check those. And you don't have to check GIF comment, but I do because I just leave it. Use delay above and entered above for all frames. I don't really ever use frame disposal because I don't really know what that means. And then you export, which I can't do because, oh, there you go. And then there you have it. You can find your GIF here if you search it up. Yay! The end. How do I end this recording?